Hey everybody, this is Gail, and I wanted to throw out a new video there for you for this week. This is week 2 of HCA 616, and you guys are doing well. I see most of you guys have turned in your papers. I try to do a quick turnaround on grading your papers, so sometimes that means Friday. Often it means Saturday or Sunday, but I'll do the best I can. Since it's not a huge class, it's not as daunting of a task when I go in to start it. What I'd like to do is give you feedback through Lobeswrite. So when you guys turn in your papers, it goes automatically through Lobeswrite, which is that similarity plagiarism type of tool. But I can also go in there and add my comments. So when you guys get your grade back, to see what my comments are, you're going to actually go up to your Lobeswrite score, and next to it there should be something that says like view details or see details. It's a link. Hover over it, hit it, it opens up your PDF, and I'll have my comments in there. I think mine show up in purple, similarity shows up in blue. There's also like an auto grammar check that shows up in green, but that's how I do it so that you guys can get some kind of line by line feedback. So that will be coming, but I haven't graded them obviously yet. It is Wednesday here for me. So your next paper due this next week Wednesday night is on, I don't know if you can see my screen, but professional identity. So you guys got a template last week where I showed you kind of how I want the headers and stuff set up, and how you do the headers within the body of the paper is to use the assignment here. So like you're going to have your title page with title, benchmark, professional identity, your name, and all the usual stuff for an APA title page. Then your title goes on the first line per APA. Then you go and you use the criteria of the assignment to make your header. So like the first header is distinguish between professional identity and personal identity. And then a subheader for this one, because you're answering more than one question, is explain how your professional and personal identities are influenced by your Christian worldview. The next header is what are the components of a successful professional identity? And you have a subheader there to reflect on. And then your third header is explain the relationship between professionalism and integrity. In addition to that, you have headers for an introduction and headers for a conclusion. So if I get a chance, I will definitely throw a template out there for you guys, but I kind of showed you how to do it in week 1 as well. I also want to show you guys, and I apologize, I really don't know what I have sitting in here, but I wanted to show you a screen and show you, well, I guess this is my template, so that's okay. I have on my computer, I did an add-in. So you can do it through the University Word product that you guys get free as a student, but if you've downloaded Word, your own Word that you bought, Word software, Microsoft Word, then you can do it. And it's called an add-in. So you come up here, I'm going to scoot this, you come up here and you search for add-ins, and add-ins, and you will have a place where you can add in different products, and you just hit down there. But I've already added this in, and it's called Perla. And so I don't know if you can see it here, but Perla is how I write my papers for my school. As I mentioned, I'm going to school too. So it actually does my APA formatting for me. What I can do is I can create a new paper here. I just say create new paper, and it's going to come over here. I kind of have to close that down first. But create a new paper, and I can choose whether I want to do a research paper in APA 7th edition or a discussion post. And then I come over here, and it's going to help me set up my whole title page. So I would do benchmark, professional identity. I'm not sure if that's exactly the title. I'm guessing Gail Tucker. And then I'm going to Liberty. You guys are going to Grand Canyon University. And this is HCA 616 course. And it's going to be Dr. Smarty Pants. There's your professor. And then due date is going to be next Wednesday. Okay, it sets up my whole title page here. So create research paper, and there we go. There's my title page. It's already got my page numbers in there. It's already got my first title in there. And then I wanted to show you guys how you would do headers in Perla. So there are different levels of headers in APA. Your level 1 header here is your title, benchmark professional identity. Level 2 is the next kind of subdivision, if you will, of your paper. So in this paper, it's going to be, what is it again? Let me fly back here. It is distinguish between professional identity and personal identity. So I'm going to do distinguish. Can't type while somebody's watching me. Between professional and personal identity. And then all I do is highlight that. And I come up here and I want a heading 2 because your title is heading level 1. This is a heading level 2. And it does the right indent. It does the bold for heading level 2, all of that. So I'm going to then type my blah, blah, blah here about that. And then there's a subheading about this as well. In the same topic, it says, explain how both your professional and personal identities are influenced by your Christian worldview. So I'm going to make a subdivision off of that topic, and that's going to be my Christian worldview as it relates to professional personal identity. But that is a sub kind of topic of this, so it's going to be a level 3 header. So I'm going to come up here and tell it level 3 header and see how it does the work for me. And then on I'm going to do blah, blah, blah down here and write about it. And then I'm going to go to my next criteria. Got a lot open on here. And then next is components of successful professional identity. So come on back here and components. And again, I want a level 2 header. So this is my second criteria. So it's the same weight, if you will, as this one, and this is just a subdivision off of that one. Okay, and I keep going all the way down, except for I also need an introduction. And that's already got it as a level, but I'll make sure, level 2 header. Okay, so then I would just keep going on down. And this is also going to help me. Perla helps you keep your references. So if you go ahead and put all your textbooks in for this class, you'll have them in there. It remembers them. An example would be, I have all my articles and textbooks from the classes I'm taking. So if I'm writing a paper and using the same reference, I just come in here and I add to paper. It lets me review it. And it's going to add me in and start formatting for me a reference page like that. And if I want to create a new reference, it's going to help me find it. Let's say that I have an article, let's see here, pastoral counseling and depression. I don't know that that's the name of that article, but I bet something pops up for me. It's going to pop up all these things already formatted. There's some that aren't in there and you have to put your own in, but it helps you do that. Let's say that this is the book I need or the journal article. I just do that and look, it gives me my hanging dent and everything. And it's going to do the same for a discussion post that you can do in your Word and then cut and paste into Halo. So it's kind of helpful. I love Perla. Another thing I have on here is Grammarly. And you can download that just on your computer and it will help you out with it. Just like invades your computer, honestly, but it'll show up in my emails correcting my grammar. It shows up in my posts that I do in school and in my papers, so I kind of have a double check when I'm using Perla and Grammarly. It all helps out. So just some pointers for you guys. And I hope that you have a great week. If you need anything, remember my telephone number is 785-303-0119, and I live in Montana, where it's very, very, very cold right now. And I want you guys to meet my dog, Wilson. By the way, he hopes that you guys, I just woke him from a nap here, so he's going to be a little grumpy. He hopes that you guys have a great semester. Okay? Bye. Sorry, Wilson, I woke you up there.